Tampa Bay and Tennessee, we talked about a little bit earlier in the show here. This is interesting. And you hit the nail right on the head. Are we going to get that bounce-back performance? Now that we've got some film on Tannehill in the offense that Tennessee runs, can he be equally as effective as he was last week against the Chargers? One would think so when you look at the Tampa Bay defense, but the real question mark here, and I run into this all the time, if I look at Tampa Bay and I say, you know what, I like Tampa Bay. If this line gets to 3, I really like Tampa Bay. Then when I bet the football game with Tampa Bay, where I go, why the hell did I back Jameis Winston in this situation here? What are your thoughts on this game?
I'm going to stick to the Tennessee side for a second because I get you're right. Like if you're going to back Tampa Bay, you're putting your life in the hands of someone who has no respect for keeping
your money,
preventing a turnover. So best of luck to you there. But the Tennessee side, on the other hand, that they're going to want to run. That they're going to force the ball to Henry, and I think you have a unit in the Tampa Bay Bucs that can stop the run fairly well. So I think there's going to be a pretty substantial amount of pressure on Tannehill to get it done through the air. And the question is, can he do that? And I think the Tampa Bay secondary is poor enough that he likely will be able to complete some passes through the air. And so I can see a scenario here where, Tampa Bay puts up points. They put a little bit of pressure on Tennessee, and Tennessee has to come back and change their game plan. Instead of running it into stacked boxes, they're going to have to go through the air with Tannehill. And I think they're going to find success. So this sets up as a pretty nice overlook for as far as I can tell you, where I think you're going to have points really coming from both sides here. The only thing that either Tampa Bay gets theirs and Tennessee never adjusts to to the correct approach and Tampa Bay wins going away, or they do adjust. Tannehill does throw the ball well, and you have kind of a shootout sort of game, which isn't what the market is expecting at this point.
No, you're right. When you take a look at it, you see some 46.5s where they opened up offshore at SBRodds.com, some 47s. And now even in New Jersey at FanDuel, you're seeing 45.5. The one thing that I took out of last week was, look, the Chargers run at an absolute snail's pace. And if the Chargers end up punching in a late touchdown, that game goes into the 50s. We all know Tampa Bay has the propensity to be a boom or bust team. Big-time wide receivers. Godwin's playing amazing on the outside. And then also you have Mike Evans and you have Jameis Winston, who can throw the deep ball, but also can turn it over, which can be a good or bad thing. Something to keep an eye on later in the week.